No one wants to listen to me talk for that long. But y'all want to see me peel this off, or maybe I just want to see myself peel this off. I think this is looking so much worse. It's literally like I'm sitting here covered. I'm just sitting here covered in a pile of snot. Welcome back to my channel, and today you can see I am barefaced, and that is because you are going to be joining me for a May Mask Day. So for those of you who are not aware, I am trying to participate in the May Mask Challenge. I have successfully done a mask most days. I think I've only missed 2, and one of those I technically caught up the next day because I did 2 masks the next day. But today, for Wellbeing Wednesday, you are going to be joining me for another mask. The mask I'm going to be doing today is the Formula 10.0.6 Sea Slide Glow Mask. It is a peeling mask, skin hydrating, algae and sea clay. So basically it's going to be a bit like a chatty video. Let's see how this goes. So I guess I'll start by putting my lovely mask on. I have got one of these little spatula thingies. So let's give this a go. So 1, this is freezing. 2, this looks like I'm just smothering my face in snot, but okay. I've actually used this mask before and I forgot how green it was. I thought it was going to be a bit more blue, like the packet. Oh, yuck. Why did I decide to do this? This is really not the best look. The things you do for constructs of beauty. Well, this is a terrible look. So why don't we have a quick chat about how things are going and where I have been while this bad boy dries, so we can peel it off. So I guess the first thing to say is, where have I been? I have not been posting much on both my YouTube, if I have at all, and my Instagram. And I guess the answer to that is I haven't really been anywhere. I have just been focusing on other things. So during these times, a lot of places in South Australia closed down. I know a lot of other places, cities, towns, countries are in different varying forms of lockdown, but our lockdown wasn't massively stringent. We did close our borders to the rest of the country, as well as the country closed its borders to the rest of the world, and a lot of places did close for an extended period of time, such as the library, which I work at. We did close physically, however, we were doing a drop and wave service, and we did move all our programs into a virtual atmosphere. So over the past, I think it's nearly 2 months now to be exact, we have been making virtual library programs. And I do baby bounce. I have done a Lego club or two, and I have also done a video, which I think you would have seen the makeup look I created on my Instagram. That was for a program that we call My Time, which is for adults. But mostly I've been creating baby bounce videos. So my poor town, or those who choose to participate, have been enduring me singing nursery rhymes for 20 minutes each week. Though we do read a story as well. So I have been enjoying doing that. It's definitely different than running that type of program with people there. I think the biggest thing, especially changing for that in regards to our toddler story times and our baby bounce programs, is not having any people to essentially feed off of, if that makes sense. So where normally you would come in and you would say, hey kids, look at this book, and you're reading the book and you'd say, oh, do you see X? And you would maybe get one kid say yes. Now you're talking to a camera asking those questions. I do think that my work, I guess, that I have been doing on YouTube, my videos I have been doing on YouTube outside in my own time, did help me kind of jump into that atmosphere. But definitely it is very difficult, especially if you go back and watch one of your videos, and at times you feel really silly. But I guess it's all a learning curve, and at this point I figure something is better than nothing for those who aren't able to come and participate in live programs anymore. So that has been the main thing with my work. So in saying that, if you haven't already guessed, I never stopped working. I in fact didn't even have a decrease in hours, which I'm very thankful for. And that was a little also scary in some aspects, because for those who don't know, my husband lives in another town. So I was worried that if I was still working and we went into full lockdown and I could still go to work, that I wouldn't be able to see him for months at a time. But luckily within my state, essentially we were told no essential travel. So looking at the restrictions we had at the time, I was able to go and visit him for a weekend or a few days. So I was very thankful for that, especially because right after we shut down, my dog got very sick. So my little Grover, he got very sick and he ended up in the puppy hospital, where he underwent a massive operation. That was very scary, especially being in another town, because my dog lives with Ryan, my husband. So that was a bit of a hard time. Then also, I guess on top of that, a couple weeks later, unfortunately, my cockatiel Oscar passed away. So that was a bit hard as well, especially because she also didn't live with me. She was living with Ryan. And our other bird, Bert, is still doing okay, but it was a bit of a hard thing for him, I think, too, because they were a bit of a pigeon pair. Yes, that was a not great time, but you know, I guess sometimes life throws at you some hard times and you either get through them or you don't. And the things that for me have been difficult in this time are probably nothing compared to a lot of other people, especially within the greater internationally. So I am very thankful for what good I have in my life, and though, you know, some things have been a bit rough, like they always say, it could always be worse. So that's essentially what's been happening in my small little world. Though I do have a couple notes here of something I did want to talk about. So let me just check. Oh no, still wet. So as I have mentioned on my my Instagram, previously, I am a bit of a Sims 4 player. I'm not that great. I get bored very easily and restart games, or I just end up killing every sim I come across, and it's a bit of a cycle there. But they have got a new expansion pack coming out, which is called Eco Living, and it comes out on the 5th of June, and I am very excited. I know that this pack in general, for anyone who plays Sims, you're probably aware of the you know, the drama surrounding the pack, and a lot of massive Sims players are not too impressed with EA or how they've gone about things. But for me, in my own little humble bubble, I am excited for it. I'm excited for the world. I'm excited for the gameplay that's going to be introduced. I know it's a base game update, but I am excited for the ladders, and I'm hoping that if we get ladders, that's going to mean that we're going to be able to get bunk beds soon, because I want some bunk beds for my Sims. I do understand that we need more teen gameplay, because the family dynamics in Sims are quite underdeveloped, I guess is the correct term. And for me personally, I would like some more occult Sims. I'm a massive fan of occult characters, so I would like some more of them. We've got mermaids, and we've got vampires, and we've got witches / wizards. I will say that I feel like mermaids could have been done a little bit better. Oh, we've got aliens as well. But I would love to see, you know, werewolves or fairies, stuff that they had in, I think it was Sims 3, like Magic Town or something it was called. I personally never played it, but I want some of all that. I want the magic characters, because I want them bad. Also, I would like if you could actually create ghosts in Create a Sim, because I really want to play a gameplay, you know, where you've got the ghost character and everything, but then you have to create a character, then you have to go into the game, then you have to kill them, you know, using like MC Commander or something, then you have to bring them into a ghost, and I just want to be able to go bang, wang, done. But I guess really that's just like a little issue, not like a real issue. But yes, so I am hanging for that to come out, and especially because that weekend in South Australia is a long weekend, so hopefully I'll be able to get it as soon as it comes out, and then spend my whole weekend ignoring everything else in my life, including my poor husband and my poor dog, and just playing Sims. And I'm going to create all the pugs I couldn't create in Sims, and which I have done before. I created a Sim version of myself, and I had 7 pug puppies. And just like in that movie, Bridesmaids, 7 is too many. I am very happy that I got to experience 7 little pug puppies, and me constantly mopping the floor after they peed on everything, then experiencing that in the reality, because I'm not cut out for it. I am not cut out for it. I don't like mopping as it is, so having to constantly mop up pug pee is not my idea of a dream future. But I did enjoy playing it. So let's see how we're going. No one wants to listen to me talk for that long. I guess I will say, in regards to Wellbeing Wednesday, I like I mentioned last video, I find these videos very difficult to do actually. I almost set myself up to fail because I have these great ideas in my head about how I'm going to create these inspiring, questioning videos, and then it comes to creating them and I don't really know what to say sometimes. I become worried about what's going to be said if I put out the wrong thing, or if I have an unpopular opinion, which I understand you should never worry about what other people think, but I don't want to be getting all the trolls down in the comments, and I don't want to be getting all the dislikes, so I have kind of shied away about really discussing anything, I guess, of, ooh, that was really wet, that was really gross, of too much meaning. So I guess I'm wondering whether I should basically retire this series for now and maybe focus on some more things I find a bit fun, like maybe a Sims Let's Play, which I know I mentioned creating on my Instagram, and I got some good feedback from that. And these videos haven't been getting much attention, so I guess that might be what I do, but I haven't fully decided yet because I do want to have this kind of outlet as well. Maybe instead of doing it once a month, I will push them back and do them once every couple months or once every, quarter. That might be an option that I go with, and then fill in the spaces with other videos that I am more likely, not more likely to enjoy, that's the wrong term, maybe are wanting to do but aren't finding the space in my schedule to do. So yeah, I guess while we just wait for this to dry, you can just sit there and I might sit here. I might grab my book I've been meaning to read that I haven't touched, because I will be coming out with a monochromatic review from last month within the next few days. But this month, just spoilers for May, so far I've only done one book. So it has been a bit of a decrease in the momentum I had, but that's okay. There's still time, and yeah. So I might just sit here and do some reading while this thing dries. So currently I am reading The Girl with No Name. So yeah, I'm just gonna fast forward through this while I sit back and read. So what has everyone else been up to? I'd love to hear if you guys are participating in the May Mask Challenge. I don't think this is gonna really peel the way it's meant to. This is meant to be a peeling mask, but every time I've used it, it doesn't peel. It kind of like pebbles off. Like I can get it to peel if I do this. Like it comes up, but it doesn't peel. Like I can't peel up an edge and then take the whole lot off. feel like this whole video has not come out how I planned it and has been a bit more of a hot mess than anything else. I feel like that's literally what I should just rename my channel to. This is a hot mess. Red dirt and hot messes. Oh. I've actually, will say I have got through quite a lot of masks over the month, and I will be doing a recap video at the end of the month about how well this challenge went, because normally I become quite lazy with the mask doing. It's like, it tells you to put a thin layer on. So you put a thin layer on, and then it's like the thin layer won't peel because it's too thin to stick together as a whole. So it peels, but it won't peel in one big sheet. Now it looks even more like I'm just covered in snot. I will say, this mask says it's hydrating, and my skin definitely is feeling hydrated, almost oily, so which maybe means that this mask is not the best for me, because I generally have quite oily skin. Oh, it smells really nice too, actually. And I have used the like the charcoal one of these, and that one did peel off. So well, there we go. That's just gonna have to do. Lucky I haven't had a shower yet, because I definitely need one. Yeah. Oh, I feel like I do need to show you this. Yeah. That's so that happened. Well, so I'm Verity. This has been Wellbeing Wednesday, and now to the outro.